Hi everybody. So I'm just sitting out here and I've actually been very busy, but I'm supposed to be in this like sabbatical season of rest, and so I try to find a couple hours every day that are just like calm and where I can do something that I enjoy. But it's kind of funny because somebody was asking me the other day, like, what do you do that brings you joy? Like what's something you do that's fun? And I used to do a lot of things that brought me joy or that were fun, but after I had my back injury, like, it wasn't quite that way as much. But I realized this is really funny. You guys are gonna crack up. People who know me, you're gonna crack up. So since March, since all these quarantines started, I was stuck in Ukraine for like 4 months, and I couldn't really, I needed to work out to keep my health going and my back good. But the gyms were closed, and I can't really run because of impact sport. And so I could do like body weight stuff at home and stuff like that, but I was trying to figure out how to do cardio. So I started doing like Zumba dance videos, right? And then, like, some of the Zumba dance videos were like Latino dance, salsa. So I started doing Latino dance and salsa. Then I did Brazilian dance. Then I did island dance and Caribbean dance. And just recently I've been doing African dance. And it's really funny because, like, people who know me, they're like, Amanda just kind of whips out these random skills, like, just at any, just really random moment. And so the other day, I didn't even really realize that I had been doing all these different dances since March. But I realized that, wow, this really brings me joy. And part of it is like, I die laughing at myself trying to do these dance moves because I definitely do not look like the girls in the video. And, but I actually have so much fun. And so, first thing I want to recommend is 20 minutes a day, do something to get your heart rate up. And it's okay if it's fun and if you're kind of laughing at yourself and like whatever. But exercise actually releases good hormones and chemicals into your body. And also, like, it's okay if it's not, perfect or whatever. Just move, have some fun, and try some new stuff, because sometimes, we get a little stagnant. And right now, like, I know a lot of people have to kind of search for things to do. And also, if you're able to do it with some friends, like, and laugh at each other, that would be awesome. And so, anyway, I just wanted to encourage you with that. And also, like, I was just laughing at myself too, because, throughout the years, I've been in so many different situations and scenarios where I have developed random skills, right? And so, like, the other day I was in the grocery store, and this older couple was there, and I said in English, hey, can I get by you or whatever? Excuse me. And I realized I don't think she speaks English, and they looked Hispanic. So suddenly, like, just out of nowhere, I started speaking to her in Spanish. And I just forgot that I speak Spanish. And I'm just like cracking up because I'm like, wow, you speak Spanish. I forgot, and then, I'm talking to myself. And so, and then the other day, like, I'm scrolling down Instagram, and like, I see some of my friends from Poland, and they like posted this video, and so I'm like watching it, and it's like a couple of minutes before I actually realized you're like listening to Polish and understanding it, and like, I know that I kind of understand Polish because it's got the Slavic roots, plus I spent 5 years in Ukraine, and Polish and Ukrainian are very similar, so I kind of understand quite a bit of Polish. But you know, just random things like that. They kind of just crack me up sometimes because some of my friends, they like look at me when I just whip out some kind of random thing. Like not too long ago, I was in Ukraine, and they had this like, I mean, they were doing this outdoor festival thing. This was like earlier in the spring, and they had this or this was last year maybe, but they had like calf roping. And so this guy was like trying to show people how to rope this dummy calf. And I'm like, oh, I know how to do that. Like, I forgot that I used to rope calves. I used to rope steer off a horseback. And I totally forgot. And yet I'm just standing there, I'm like, you know, I tossed the rope 2 times, the third time it was like perfect, like PBR rodeo. Not PBR because that's bull riding. I don't do bull riding. But professional rodeo, you know. So anyway, I'm just laughing because, you know, so many times throughout your life you like end up in different situations and you're just like, I didn't even remember that I can do those things. Like, I did not even remember that those things were in me because they haven't been needed in certain situations for years, you know? Or like, I'll be listening and I'll suddenly just be understanding Chinese and I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot. I studied Chinese, you know? Or like the other day, I was just randomly singing a song in Hebrew that like I've heard on it. It was the blessing in Hebrew, which I've listened to several times, but I didn't realize that I listened to it several times to where I could actually almost sing the chorus just, you know, like just in Hebrew. And I was like, wow. So then I pulled up, so then I'm like, I'm standing in my kitchen, I'm like pulling up the YouTube of that Hebrew song and reading along while I'm singing it, and I'm like learning the song in Hebrew, and I'm like, Amanda, like, you just kind of are a perpetual learner, you know, perpetual, like, I mean, well, and oh, this is the other thing that I wanted to say is, you know, a lot of people are like, how do you have time for all that stuff? But, you know, I don't watch TV. I don't watch movies. Like, I don't. I mean, so many people, if you're really honest with yourself, you use 2 to 4 hours a day watching TV. And also, like, I waste a lot of time scrolling down social sites. And I've been trying not to do that, right? So when I don't do that, I have way more time to do other stuff. Just a thought. Take 20 minutes a day and use that 20 minutes a day to conquer something. Conquer a language, conquer a skill, conquer praying, conquer a sphere of your life that you've been struggling with. You know, get some resources and spend 20 minutes a day working on that sphere of your life. You can develop new skills. This is going to turn into a whole sermon if I don't go ahead and stop. So, bye. Thanks.